You on camera now? Yeah. Okay. This is where Fresh was born from her. Right up in there. So all them scratch marks is from your boy. Alright, it's from your boy. Okay, so mama, tell him what you got on, man. What's your outfit inspiration?
One of the original players from the Himalaya.
So you wanted me to do the gun video, so
You could be yourself. You from the farms. You could be yourself. This Berry Farm shit. What you got on, ma?
My Jordans.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the name of them are.
They some ones, ma.
Ones, but they retro ones.
Okay.
I don't know which ones they are, but you know I love color. So I wanted to get something that could be worn in the fall and the winter.
Nice.
With that pop, and also you could bring them out in the summer. I wanted to put on.
What you got, leggings
pop.
on?
Yeah, I wanted to put on pop socks too. So these pop socks, and I put my leggings on because this is how I usually roll. And
That's actually a vibe. See, y'all peep the socks, the busyness of the socks. Just hit off that T right there.
Nice. And of course the go-to, you know how we do. We
come on, man, that trench overshirt.
Sheen, flannel.
Where you get your glasses, ma?
Going with the Z-Law. We going with the Z-Law.
And you got medication in there?
Yes, I do. I got bifocals, man.
Gotcha.
Well, let's try it.
All right, cool. So, y'all, this the drip, man. So, look, just because you 50 and over don't mean you got to stop dressing. Come on, man. You can keep splashing on them. Keep dripping. All right, ma. So, come over here. Why do you conceal carry? Like, what made you? What was the tipping point for you to say? Because you're not a gun person. You lied to me all my childhood and said you had a pistol that didn't exist, right?
That's real.
That's real.
You gonna put that out
this
there,
real
though.
stuff.
That's
It's all
doing.
good,
That's
sis.
how we doing.
So what made you finally decide? What was that point of, all right, I'm gonna really get a gun for real. Like I'm about to just go ahead and get it.
That you said it. You said I needed to get protection.
Right.
And as much as I hated guns, you said that it was necessary.
Right.
And so that was my inspiration in living alone for the moments that I live by myself.
Yeah.
And you not being present, here or not having someone to protect me. I know that you were worried about my protection.
Absolutely.
So you were my inspiration.
That's right. And then y'all, I had got my mom a dog some years ago, and our dog had recently passed away, and she was the big pistol in the house, man. So I really wanted my mother to have a dope gun. So all right, so cool. Let's jump to the good stuff because I know they tweaking to see what you carrying. So what you carrying, ma?
I am carrying.
The neighbors ain't gonna trip, right?
No, they're not.
Ooh.
But I am carrying my Springfield SDS 45.
All right, so first, because YouTube's serious, we gotta practice barrel awareness and weapon safety. So let's go ahead and break the gun down to make it safe, so we could kind of go over it and talk about it.
That's fine. Well, first and foremost, the clip is not in.
Okay.
I wanted to also shout out my holster because
What kind of holster you got?
You know what? I don't even know what it's called.
The sticky one, yeah. Kena got one similar, y'all. Remember the one we showed? People in the review in the comment section were saying that don't go with this, but I want you. That's why I said, because Kena got the same one and she likes it. She don't like the one. She don't like the one with the clip on it. So why is it that you chose to go with that?
Because
that holster?
of the way that I wear my clothes on the regular. I wear a lot of sweatpants. I wear jeans. I wear stretch pants.
Yeah.
And so with the sweatpants, the stretch pants.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing about my stomach.
Ain't nobody thinking about that, ma.
It you don't have a hook or any loops or any stability around the waist. And so I wanted to have something that would allow me to carry both open carry, because we live in an open carry state, and also to conceal carry in a comfortable way.
Okay.
And this one, I love it because it is sticky, so it grabs your hips, your skin, and the clothes provide that stability.
Right.
But I can understand that when you're wearing loose fitting clothes and you have this, you kind of run the risk. But for me,
Because they were saying that it could fall out, like the holster could fall out. Have you ever ran into an instance? Because again, you don't have no drawstring or nothing. Have you ever ran into an instance where it slipped down your leg or it slipped out?
No.
So for the most part, would you say it's fairly secure?
I think it's fairly secure. I think too, though, it depends on what you have. So I feel less secure when I have on my stretch pants than if I had on my my sweatpants where I would have the drawstring. Right. So you have to, you know, if you wear kind of loose fitting clothes, you got to make sure that you are securing it some way.
So time and place for that holster is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Got you.
Absolutely. But for me, and the way that I carry, this is the ace for me. So
let's go over this pocket rocket. What kind of gun is this?
So again, it is a Springfield Armory.
Nice. Springfield Armory.
XDS.
Nice.
It is a single stack. And I'll open and you'll see that I have the extension on my clip. I love the sleekness of the gun because even though it's a 45.
Ooh, what you say that is?
Even though it is a 45.
Oh, say less.
Big pocket rocket, I told you.
It's slender. We have the sight here, but it's slender enough that you can conceal.
Gotcha.
And even if you open, it's still slender enough that it stays comfortable on the body in a holster like this. So this is my Springfield Armory.
Nice, Mom.
Open up and show you the
that's real nice
clip.
And so I like that my mom chose the XDS one because it's got that longer barrel, which helps manage the recoil, because again, this is a big old 4.5. So you know, when you got that big old 4.5, you're gonna need to be able to handle that thing, and she handles it well. As you can see, she been firing it.
You just shot that motherfucker recently. I can smell the gunpowder on it.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely worn down on the little slide right there. So very, very nice pistol. I haven't had the opportunity to shoot this one, but my mom likes it. She said it was a little snappy at first, but then she started to get used to it. And I think you can equate that to that barrel length, man. It just help keep that muzzle, you know, a little more manageable with all that recoil coming from this big 4.5. All right, so first, she got them things loaded too.
Yeah. So at first I wanted to get the double stack. Like I said, this is the Springfield Armory XDS single stack. The gun also comes in a double stack, but they didn't have it, so I went with the single stack. I also went with the extended, the extension on the clip. So these are my two clips. This is the one that I
let's
prefer.
put one there. Here, you got it. There you go. All right, so again, y'all, it's not one in the head. So that should be good. So okay, I like that. So boom. With that grip extension, you can actually look at that, y'all. So you got plenty of room. I got a full-size man hand, and yet it fits perfectly on there with still a little bit more to give. So that's actually really, really nice. And again, it is real thin. And then that sight, you can pick up on that sight real quick. That's real nice. All right. Yeah, y'all ain't know. Yeah, mom's got it. All right, let's rack the slide back. Do you know how to lock it back?
You know what? That's the one thing that I love my gun, and like you said, like when I first started shooting it, kind of managing that recoil and, you know, trying to keep steady has been a process, but I think I've, you know, gotten close to that. The one thing that I do not like about it, I can rack, but it is very difficult
to lock the slide back
for me to lock as a woman. And so
that's good. Listen out for that, y'all. She's saying it's difficult. So right, that spring tension on there is really tough. But you know, that might come too from just having to shoot a little more often to kind of break that spring in a little bit more. How many times would you say you shot your gun?
You know what, and you know, I would
keep it 100 too, Mom.
I know that because I'll get on here and say I shoot every week.
Nah, not on this channel.
Yeah, I don't. I don't shoot it often. I probably shoot it maybe go to the range and shoot maybe once every 6 months. I shoot maybe twice a year. Yeah. And it depends on what the moment is. When I feel like I need to re-up and practice, then I'll go a little bit more. Right. But yeah, that's the main problem that I have with the gun, just being able to lock it. Right. And then to
well, let's see, because you know, as y'all can see, she got them bedazzled nails too, and that could always pose an issue. You know what I'm saying? When you handling the firearm, sometimes the nails and stuff could get in the way. But so let me, Mom, you hold the camera real quick, and you can flip it on me. So I see what she's saying. So the slide, on this particular model, because this is the
left.
4.0. So the XDS chambered in 45, and this is the 4.0. The problem is this doesn't, the slide lock doesn't protrude out enough, and it has this little bump right here. So when you rest in your thumb, so great design by Springfield, but it can pose as an issue when you're trying to get your finger under that groove, dealing with the slide spring, pushing back and providing all that tension. I could see as a woman it might be a little difficult, especially if you got nails and stuff like that. So it was hard for me just now. But I mean, overall, it's a really, really nice gun. And if you think about it, if you're carrying it for protection, you're not really trying to lock the slide back. You're trying to rack it. And I think that's the most important thing, is that it's still relatively easy to lock that. I mean, to rack that slide. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's good. So yeah, man, this is a very nice firearm. Y'all gotta let me know that down in the comment section what y'all think. So this is your only gun, first and only, right? Would you say after owning it for 6 years that you want something else now that you're introduced to firearms? Or would you say that, nah, I pretty much selected a good one, this is something that I'm cool with, it can have some things that's better, but overall it's a good gun? Like, what's your perspective on it after having it for so long now?
So I really love my gun. Like, I really love it. I've gotten used to it. So I would never give it up or trade it in. I think that if I had to get another gun, I would probably get a smaller 9 that's easier to handle. But I love the power of the 45. You know, I love the status of the 45.
A woman carrying a big old 45, it's just something about
like,
that.
It is something about it. Like,
right.
You ain't even
it is though.
Have to use it because you just have it.
Full fact. That's why I told you you had to rock it.
Come on,
big old 45.
Absolutely. I would definitely keep it. And maybe if I got another one, I would probably get something that's a 9, something that's a little bit more compact,
right?
A little easier to carry and a little easier, you know, to manage just on the safety.
So here we go. All right, so both brands under Springfield. Again, we got the Hellcat, and then we got the XDS. What specific model was it? The XDS 4.0. All right, this is the 4.0 right here. All right, so you can see it has that slide extension, you know, chambered in 45. Big old pocket rocket, as I like to call it. All right, and then here goes my wife's Hellcat chambered in 9mm. All right, so let's look over top. So the silhouettes are exactly the same. You can see the trigger well is exact lineup. You can see that back beaver. The back beaver grip on the back is kind of like, I shouldn't even call it a beaver because I don't even know if that's what it's called, but just where the back of the grip kind of curves, that is the same. Only thing that's poking out is that safety. That grip safety is poking out on the back of the 4.0 versus the Hellcat doesn't even have a grip safety, right? And then we're talking about just that barrel extension, but if you look right behind it where the extension starts, it's exactly the same. So you just talking about an inch to an inch and a half of more extension on the 45 on the XDS than on the Hellcat. You know what I'm saying? So for real, the guns is almost exactly the same size, man. It's just one's just slightly more longer. They're the same size. You know what I mean? So let's just look at a width comparison as well too. Width comparison. I don't know. Y'all be the judge of that, man. I would say the Hellcat is just slightly thinner. But I mean, other than that, I mean, they basically the same width. They basically the same exact width, man. Same width. So you just talking about, and then the grips as well. Looks like on the XDS, the grips are a little thinner. You know what I mean? But that's of course because that's a single stack versus the Hellcat is a double stack. So you're going to have a wider grip to get you know, that higher capacity. So all right, y'all. So that's dope. So as y'all can see, the guns are almost exactly the same size. This was kind of dope to look at, man. This was kind of dope to look at. Just to get an idea of, you know, if your significant other wanted to carry something similar to these, similar platforms, different brands, whatever, or these specific guns right here, they're pretty much running neck and neck outside of, you know, that barrel extension right there, man. So that's basically a Hellcat on the low as well too. And they have other XDS models, man, where you can get the one without that barrel extension and stuff like that too. So I'll tap in with y'all later.